Hi and welcome to the Titan slash Doom Dance tutorial. Basically, this is meant to be the Doom Dance like from Doom, the OV, original version, because not the original gangster, which is why I don't like saying OG. Now, and I am functioning autistic, just to get that out of the way, this is going to be very weird. Like, for an example, technically every character the Doom stance will work, or the Doom Dance will work. I said stance because it's kind of a stance, kind of how you have to think, overall stance for martial arts. Now, with that, this concept is like in the Doom Dance, but it's like Doom, but it's more applicable on characters you wouldn't really think. And I'm not joking. Look at what that fucking bubble and hide and seek do. While you are being adorable as shit, you don't actually have to do DPS, Jeff. Keep this in mind. DPS, Jeff, is alright. It's just not really. Shit, I thought I could just chomp once. Good. If you actually focus on healing, you can heal multiple. You can easily just do shit like this. And the best part about this, if you just jump up, boom. So you can actually just be fucking adorable while being absolutely effective. And again, read what the bubbles do. This is insane. Just being able to and instantly have all those abilities. There's all those buffs instantly with the ability to have instant fuck you, fuck you, fuck you. Not a whole lot of fuck you, but still enough to be annoying. Which is why your hitbox is literally the fucking fin. Kind of. In gameplay, because of how fast things move, it is basically the fin. Think of like TF2 hit registration, but with the overall hitboxes. So it's not the exact same from what you see, but all the animations are here and there. It's pretty cool how it functions. And just for me feeling out the game, like for an example, I know that the portals are jank still, just by feeling them out. Like in Doom Mesh specifically. When there's so many of them, you can run through them so many different times and actually have some jank. And I'm showing off how this is powerful, because just knowing, and the kit overall, because that was on purpose. I full healed them on purpose, knowing that I'm just a little hitbox, because that little hitbox allows me to dance, allows me to flow, allows me to just spin. Because that spin, that throws off everyone. Even tracking, you can just, nope, and have like a cool little jig while you're doing shit. And this, you have no idea, just doing a little shark is actually effective. Because imagine trying to hit this little fucking fin like this. How do you do this shit? With the, no. And keep in mind, I have not said the kind of best part about the bubble. Why? If you are a good Jeff, you're like a good Sombra. You don't have to actually kill anything to be really, really fucking annoying. And, if you didn't notice that, it also disorients. That little bump will easily fuck people over because aim assist. I'm on controller. Keep this in mind. I'm actually on controller. The reason why I'm able to jump, shoot, and do different things while in the air and aiming is because I'm using the DualSense Wireless Edge. That's why it's in my background, or not background, description videos. Now, I'm going to be bouncing around to the games. I just really wanted to show off this, and the more self-explanatory, the more ease of use is Iron Fist for this game. Just to clarify, because you can easily do some pretty good movement to allow you to just avoid and know exactly where you are to allow you to avoid. Because if you know exactly how this character functions, you can do some pretty fun movement, overall aerial control, with guaranteeing exactly, or you are exactly where you want to be when you want to be there. It's not the best to make sure you are like on the same, okay. There are some things that kind of possibly need some ironing out, because this is like the only problem with Iron Fist. I'm trying to just stay on one level, but you see that little, that little jump constantly. I always have to go up a little bit, where sometimes you're wanting to just touch this. Then that little up will kind of fuck you up depending on geometry and different things like that. So if you could just stay on that little bit, and instead of jumping up, you could do some crazy movement. Because there has been times where, like this one example, if I could like touch a little bit higher, and there has been not this exact groove, but other grooves where you could actually just get up a little bit higher. If you could. Just to clarify, and in combat, just imagine trying to hit a rabbit out of hell that has the ability to, one, fly. Like, just literally just fly. If you really know what you're doing. I pressed jump and that kick. Shouldn't have done that. But rabbit that out of hell with the ability to just kick, and then a little bit of punch. Or two kicks, some punches. And then the, oh, you're a tree, you're a big bitch, die. Or anything I want to kill. A raccoon just happens to be there that I just want to aura. I just walk up wait for my cooldown, or be in line of sight for me, but not for him. Keep in mind, you are always... I would also love the ability to, like, swap it, like in Infamous or other games like that, Control, stuff like that, to be able to swap the side, which would just be an overall net benefit. Like, for an example, every single character, just to make this a net buff for everyone, every single character should be able to see each person's health. So, if somebody's spamming, heal me, heal me, heal me, the other DPS and tanks can say, excuse the fuck out of me? Look at my health, motherfucker! Which would just help overall gameplay. Because keep in mind, I'm a Titan, but I main Jeff. I really, really like Jeff. And the reason why I was waiting is because I really, really wanted to show off my personal favorite use case for any super in any game. The walk up or see them, want to do something, pop your super, and say nope. Just fucking disappear with the ability to annihilate like a supernova. I'm sorry, just my favorite ability in Destiny 2, which is the next bit I'm going to cover, and the last bit I'm going to cover is Ghostwire, because I do want to show off a good bit of the the new-ish DLC game mode that I really want to know the lore, because everything changes, but everything's the same, because I know the enemies are the same AI, because the AI in that game is fucking gorgeous, which I want to cover that again, because... And it does cover, like, okay, the reason I'm covering all this is because all of this matters. This is how you play games right. If you know what the enemy... Okay.
Kinda.
Shit. This is a overarching thing. Keep in mind, I know what the enemies can do. I know how the AI functions, also different things. And AI also applies to PvP. If you know what the enemy does, which is why each... Okay. I really like comp. I really like that 2 matches, and I'm sorry if you hear my necklace. I don't want to take it off. I really like it. But... Say in comp, you're going 99-9. I'm sorry I can't talk and play well. That was actually good flow, which I'm keeping that in. But, say you're going 99-9. You're able to do a whole lot of damage, able to do a whole lot of shit, just absolutely having them back and forth, having a whole lot of fun. And I do consider 99 an absolute blast. That is why I play games, to have fun, not to win, and winning itself is fun, so it's one and the same. I would always love to win, but sometimes you can't. Why expect to win? Kind of like what Galactus says, but not exactly. Galactus is correct about that. It's annoying when you just lose, but having a good team, good groove is what you need, and why I'm talking about this is because it's actually very easy to have a good team and good groove. Where is... Oh, I'm sorry. I thought something was off. There's supposed to be a robot there. The robot's up here. Huh. And something kind of cool, you don't actually have to use abilities how you would think. Like, I never actually use the block. All I ever use the, Fists of Havoc, whatever the fuck. I forget what it's called. The, L2 I have. Where it's pop, punch a whole lot. I use it as either a annihilate or a no. Because you have no idea how many times I just bamboozle somebody. Because I run at them, or, you know what? I should actually prioritize no abilities. Run in, do this, go up. Because I'm like low health, they think I'm gonna pop them because, okay. They are very, very weak. Just to give a full example of what's going on. They're very, very weak. They're over there. I'm running at them to make them back up into their team. Their team's over in that way. And this all matters. This is why I'm talking about AI, why I'm going to talk about different things. Because the Doom Dance is not just what you do, it's also understanding what the enemies do. Which is why I love playing Doom 1, the original. I've played a little bit of Doom 64. I never played Doom 2 or Doom 3. I played Doom 2016, Doom Eternal, and I am going to play Doom the Dark Ages. If you have not seen it, you need to see it. Just a trailer, a single trailer. And you will see what I hope they expand the fuck upon. The melee abilities, the melee weapons. I want to beat a demon's jaw off with a fucking mace indefinitely. I don't want to have to use a gun. The moment I have to use a gun, I'm gonna smile because I have to kick it up a notch. But still, and I do like trying, just not feeling like I can't. Now with all that, and I say that because PvP typically feels like I can't really try, because PvP is just mental torture on both ends because your teammates don't even really want to help you. But with all that said, the next bit I'm going to cover is Destiny 2, where I'm actually going to be running through Grasp of Avarice. I'm not that good at it, possibly. It might be a good run. I'm going to do that, and then hopefully Spider's Thread run. Ghostwire Tokyo, very, very fun game. That is like a cherry on top, and overall showing everything as a, if you follow through, good on you, because you're going to see the maximum fruits of everything I'm going to be talking about, everything we're going to be covering, and try my best to show it off, because just talking about the Doom Dance does not do it justice. You have to see the samba, the flow, the rhythm, the whatever you want to call it, in action. Now, with all that said, and I do like Iron Fist whenever I want to do damage. I do Iron Fist whenever I want to just have fun. I play Jeff. This is just because Chrono Explorer. Who else is a Chrono Explorer? Who else has echoes through time? Like, that doesn't really like. That's just perfect. And Bubba Zander's me. Comment purple if you comment down below, or armor. I prefer armor because purple is lazy purple. I'm not lazy, and I'm not lazy purple. Lazy purple isn't lazy. His actual problem is that he's too active. So his name does not do him justice. TF2 YouTuber. I really, really like TF2. Team Fortress 2 specifically. And Team NT. Ah. Titanfall. There we go. I kept trying to say Team Fortress 2, but Titanfall as well. Both of them are very fun, and I will actually cover why, even in Destiny 2, Titans sometimes need to fall. Now, to cover the Titan part of this entire video, the reason why I have Titan primarily over Doom, because this is actually just kind of better Doom. And in the dance specifically, Doom has its own gameplay features, overall things. Each piece of art is unique. Even if a toddler drew it, it's still unique and enjoyable if you see from the toddler's perspective. And I'm not trying to say any art piece of cover is a toddler piece. Even for an example, Minecraft. That's not a kid's game if you know what you can actually do in it. Now, the cover how this game works. That the little base coverage is why what I use in this game is never meta. Ever. Never actually what you should use or how you should use it. It's just how I want to use it. Like, you're going to see me actually pop that big scary super for movement more than anything else if this build works right. I just finagled it. I had a special I had the final warning here instead of this, and a special shotgun to allow me to have a good flow. I think this is actually a better flow because of the passives that this gives. Just drop the passives because this is the main bit of the build overall. This bit actually allows me to have the inner accuracy I want, how you're going to see me flow. I'm going to have the eager edge there to allow me to basically flap my big ass wing to go, kind of thing. And I do want to beat this game at some point. Beat the newest shit. Best way to put it. How to put this? I do not know how to weigh in on any of the new dungeons, raids, anything like that, because my luck with people very, very sucks. Best way to put it. So I would love to have somebody to play with, but all those different things of it's good, bad, I would love to just know from experience. Which is why the concept of full spectrum and stuff like that is actually really, really cool, because the things you could do in that or do with that, because Orb Collector, Paracausal Health, just if okay, depending on how they stack, how they work, because say if one person gets it, does everyone have the same chance? And if so, could you min max it? Like if two people get this, could you have that maxed out to allow everyone to get those? How could you do it? And I do like that because that is literally just everything. Light and dark is everything. The only thing you don't do is kinetic damage. But most things I use is not kinetic, so eh. um shit. It shows that I had a special that was void. Shit. All of this does matter because of how this actually functions, and that actually solves the problem of reloading. Because I really don't like the concept of reloading in a sci-fi game. It does feel good in this because it's meant to be more Halo, where it's more like grounded sci-fi. Whenever I get around to making RP, and this entire okay, this is not self-promo. Just clarify, this is not self-promo. This is so people can get this entire channel, so people can get to know me and how I see art and how art can be shown, played, and experienced depending on how you do things. So when I have the chance to give you a good like concept, it is going to be like Soul Eater. I believe that's the name of the anime where there's people, guns, and shit like that, just massive drug trip. But I think actually understand. I'll never watch it. I want to at some point. But that with Titanfall-esque movements, with like a little bit of why, who, where, and what the fuck. All of those are applied to the same question, hopefully, at some point. Even the who, why, and what. And when, specifically. Like, future past. Like I'm wanting to twist the concepts because I'm wanting to have fun. Um, if you've never played Control, I highly suggest playing it. Same with Ghostwire Tokyo. Both those games are amazing. I am going to get back into Control at some point. I believe they're having a new update at some point, and I'm thoroughly looking forward to that. Um, with all that said, and if you haven't played Control, holy fuck. And if you haven't played Ghostwire Tokyo, holy fuck. You are missing out. Don't know if you're a Titan sis, don't know if you're Titan bro, don't know who the fuck you are. Play those masterpieces of art and just experience how, like, in Control, everything's so simple and yet it tells you everything. Like, you know when you have your shotgun, you know when you have your SMG, you know when you have your assault rifle, which is the same thing as SMG and assault rifle, because of how the gun works and the overall concepts. It's just fucking anime as shit. And I love anime when it makes sense, which is why I love Destiny 2 so much, why I love so many different things, and why Destiny 2 is the reason why I make games, or going to make games, will make games, and just make in general because of what this does. Now, how this game actually functions at a base level is knowing the enemies and how they function. In PvP, which you're about to see, kind of works, but you have to go at it. Okay. You know, I can actually just show it off better in Crucible Private Match. Or, that would work. Because better angles and shit. Because what you need to worry about is angles and. Hell yeah, I actually want that curve. I'm sorry, I don't typically do this. I don't have people to play with, and I'm wanting to keep this in the or not match the video, so you can actually see how things function. And none of these really matter for what I'm wanting to do. Just is pretty cool. But an example of how this can be a little bit better because I don't like just showing off cool things. I do want to show off a little bit of the bad. Momentum modifier and putting things up to that actually makes them slower. I don't know which one makes them slower, but I wish they could double up where you just have infinite abilities. There is no cooldown. What are you talking about? Just use your abilities. Basically, lore accurate Guardian. And they could actually make a game. I would. Okay. Destiny 2 needs one thing. They need to first. Okay. They need to keep the Nether concept going, keep it alive, that infinite replayable thing. It's just fun. It's basically Call of Duty Zombies, but if they can make it infinitely goable, where you can keep going, keep going, keep going, even better. Where you can constantly stack up shit, constantly do shit. That would be just amazing. But the thing that they really should do is have a TTS. Sorry, I forgot exactly what I was going to say there. That's why I aged my nose. To have a TTS because what the TTS allows you to do, uh, a TTS, PTS, public test servers, but I keep calling it TTS. Uh, Public test server to allow you to have a whole lot of different things. Like I would have a public test server. That would be my beta. Literally, that's what it will be. I will never actually get rid of my beta whenever I do make betas for games. It will actually be my public test server where you can test out the game with me to see what you like and what you don't like. And if you don't like it, it might be fixed. And if it does get fixed, I'll actually point that out and say I'll actually give you like personal email, or not personal, an email saying what you said specifically is actually a good change. I'll go after that, or we will, no matter when or how, because depending on if I actually get this all working, I'll actually have a team under me. Right now, I'm a solo artist, basically, and it's pain. Trying to do a whole lot of things. And I have a lot of people that I have friended, but they never text me. They never really do anything. So yeah. Now going back into things that I actually want to cover, and all of this does matter, how things flow and how I actually want to do things, because I am wanting to make art, and what you're about to see is why I want to make art, and not to paint, not draw, not create sculptures. I want to create video games primarily, and then go into hospital stuff, all sorts of shit for the better man, or for the betterment of man, not because I am a better man. I am not a better man. No one's a better man. No one should care about that. That's not how things work. Better is not a thing. Like good and evil, that's not a thing technically. Like an animal. An animal doesn't really care about good or bad. They can tell when something's bad, but that's not bad, if that makes any sense. There's evil, there's bad, and then there's bad, if that makes any sense. There's evil, which is. Words are hard. Now, I should have actually had faster region on that. It still actually gives me eager edge. Cool, I actually did not know that. Oh, hell yeah. I'm sorry. Eager Edge is why I have the sword. Nothing else really matters for the sword besides Eager Edge. I do have that for the bonus damage, the AoE, but the main bit is the movement. How this build works overall is the melee into grapple, or the melee grapple to allow me to have more movement overall. That is the main thing you're going to see me use across all my builds, on Titan specifically. I prefer to have the strafe lift movement because of what you can actually do with it. Catapult or high or catapult aren't actually what you want, even when you're considering shatter skate and stuff like that. And I hope I can actually show this off. And keep in mind, shatter skate, you have to have a good lineup. You have to have all sorts of extra things besides just knowing where you are, how you need to do things. There's actually pros and cons to it, which is why it's not really bad if you know how to do it, but at the same time, you have a high likelihood of just splatting. You don't. That should actually be a cost. You should actually take damage when doing that, because you are glitching. You are basically forcing yourself through reality in ways you shouldn't be able to, like teleporting with Blink and stuff like that. So I do like the concept, but you should actually take damage to allow it where you can actually just splat on a wall if you hit hard enough, because the newest changes where gravity can actually kill you changes that. I always thought about that. Shit. Um, Sorry. Strafe lift allows you to have a lot of good movement. And to clarify, I have DualSense Wireless Edge. It allows you to have different tactical buttons. Basically, I swapped my button setup, which is why I'm going to have a little bit of jank with trying to move, even though I was just moving very fluidly, even though it's the same button, technically. I changed my buttons around to allow me to have that as a faster and that as a faster instead of jumping. Jumping is still X, even though I can kind of do the same thing. There's still that pause when trying to do things. And in PvP and fast-paced combat, that pause will easily get you killed. And this shit is why I would love to have a team, because I would love to be able to just get behind people. Let my team do their range shit. And this is not my PvP build, to clarify. My PvP build is this, and I actually really like that Trace Rifle because the inner accuracy and everything Trace Rifle does. If you know how guns function in this game, even Trace Rifles for an example, they're just high-powered SMGs. Think of them as that, or think of them as a high-powered SMG assault rifle kind of combo with pinpoint. And I mean this exactly. Pinpoint, in-air accuracy, ADS, or hip fire. No one abuses that fact. Please abuse that in PvP and PvE. It's very, very handy. Just in-air pinpoint, because keep in mind, this has bloom. Only, and okay, that has bloom and the ability to shoot only because of this. But the bloom is actually hip fire. When I just shoot, see that little bit of bloom? In the air, it's not as much. But that bloom will actually fuck you up and all sorts of different things. I forgot what I was talking about bloom exactly, but the overall functions where you can actually get behind somebody, block them off, because this also does damage if you didn't know, which is why I actually like just saying, come here, to allow them to get closer, to just, oh, you touched it a little bit, I can punch through it, dumbass. Just Jeff shit, which is why I love playing Jeff, because it's just, hi, fuck you. You think I am safe, and keep in mind, there's that audio. I actually punched through it. I hope you understood that, because it's just amazing how this game actually functions if you know how it functions. Like, for example, grapple is on your look and move, which is why I'm able to just flow in the air with it, because it's movement and look. Like, okay, this is where I would like to actually have constant ability charges. The grapple, when you're looking at it, it will actually pull you farther if you move forward. If you move to the side, okay. Say that's where I'm grappling, to give you a good visual aid. That's where I'm grappling. If I look forward at it and move forward, I will go directly towards it. If I look to the side and move forward, I will swing around it if I keep the momentum. The momentum is what matters to allow me to just drift, basically. And a thing to keep in mind, the reason why Twilight Arsenal, I believe is what it's called, the D1 exotic that every Titan, except for me, no, because imagine the ability to just thrust in the air with this level of movement. If you actually know how Titan can be played, I'm not saying play Titan like this, but the actual effectiveness. And keep in mind, I'm not actually trying to avoid, I'm just trying to get from point A to point B. Or this would be C? No, it's A, B, C. Okay. I don't really have PvP. Not anymore. And you're also able to do shit like that if you know how grapple functions, with the ability to know how shit like that works, so you can guarantee where you are. Like, for an example, say I grappled around, there's an enemy following me a little bit. I did exactly what I just did. They just hear thrusting, weird noises. They don't know a Titan is just up in the fucking rafters for no reason, because there is no rafters. And then descend, punch, punch. Or descend, shoot a little bit, punch. However you want to do it, that is your own cup of tea. Hell, I would love an exotic Second Chance needs this update where the walls, all shields get a buff. Like, base thing, it is the shields themselves get a buff. Possibly the axe is a broken shield, but I would love the ability to have a fast popping, just fuck you barricade, where it literally could just ting, perfect pairing, ting like the typical perfect pairing noise, where it's just nope, you can't kill me, because of the animation. The animation of the barricade just shows everything. It's the power, the stance of you shall not pass, you shall not hurt me, hurt my friends, hurt anyone beside me, and if you just so happen to cross this barrier I just made, oh, you are going to hurt, literally, metaphorically, and die. Which is why I just love playing Titan. I am a support, even though I don't look like it. That can just fly when given the right abilities and the right intake, basically. Because it's the right things, the right flow, the right environment, because you have to be able to flow with the combat. Right now, there is no combat, and I don't really want to show off combat with this. It's really just the geometry and how even curves can actually really benefit you. Like that. That was actually on purpose. Now, I do want to cover something that really needs to change about Titan, and I'm going to go into Ghostfire after this, but, and I think that's going to be the end of the video, because I don't want to actually make this an hour long. It is, I think, I'm making multiple bits on PS5. PS5 editing is very hard in the moment, so yeah, I cannot edit anything in the moment, and editing in the software is actually really hard, because I'm only able to give, like, 5 bits, or not 5, I want to say 5, I always think 5 to make it simple. It's like, it's simple, because if I do more, it's okay, I can always just take back, if that makes any sense. Think with less, so you don't have to give more. Um, so, like, it's like 12, 10, 15, around there. I don't know. It's in the tens, not 20s. I know that much. I think it's low tens, just to clarify. Um, but the thing about Titan is, and Warlock, not Hunter. Hunter is like the best character because of this, and why everyone really gravitates to Hunter. The class ability, every melee or every ability, everything you can do in motion. You can keep punching, you can keep swinging, you can keep swinging, you can just do anything you want to while in motion until you want to pop your class ability. Either, okay, perfect buff. Okay, mobility kind of sucks. Kind of, because what mobility does is on the base jump. It should get a couple buffs here and there. Like, for an example, it is the best thing for Hunter. Hunter does not need high resilience. Even at low tiers of resilience, like 50 is low tier, 50 is good. Lower you can go with if you really want to. But, and keep in mind, I do play on higher tiers when I play my Hunter. I don't play my Hunter by myself, because Hunter by myself is kind of fucking boring. Because all I do is 3 button combo ignition, 3 button combo ignition. And I say 3 button is typically 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. As in the button inputs I need to cause an ignition. Just to clarify, it's actually on a rhythm if I can get it going, which is why that is just my Hunter build. I refuse to take that off. If you know how it functions, good on you. I don't think you actually will. Genuinely, because it's shit that people don't really think about. Like, secondaries of how different exotics work, because all of this matters. Even the inner accuracy buffs, like I talked about earlier, and different things like that. Now, with all that said, shown and done. I am gonna go to Ghostwire Tokyo, and this bit I'm gonna shut up, because Ghostwire Tokyo is basically high-end PvP, Dark Souls wrapped into one in a fun PvE digestible format, because it is Doom. Like, it is just doom, despair, decay, because of the beautiful anime it is. Like, literally, it is doom. It's weird. Like, how to put this? To summarize the story and how it is a beautiful anime. Play the game or experience the game. I would love to play the game with somebody completely over again, because holy shit, that game's fucking gorgeous. Now, base base understanding. The BBEG is breaking down fundamental barriers that should not be broken down. He is hearing reality crack around him, destroying everything in his path, tearing it asunder. But at the same time, the reason why he is doing it, he doesn't listen to. The reason. I'm not explaining more, but it's like if you don't know, don't look this up. It literally makes me cry and just be sad. In Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood, that anime is first gorgeous. If you haven't watched it, you really should. There's a lot of things you really should if you just like art. Just watch it in your own time. If you just like art, enjoy it, digest it, because the overall narrative isn't every syllable, every word, because everything matters, especially in something like Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood. It's genuinely gorgeous how that works. Um, Equal equivalent exchange, the value of a human soul, all sorts of shit. But um, I had a point. Okay, Ghostwire Tokyo. Sorry, I did this because this is gaming and I'm talking about games, not anime. Even though Ghostwire Tokyo is an anime. If I had somebody to talk to, this would be a hell of a lot easier. I am sorry. I am a titan. And I don't mean that in I am a crayonator. I don't mean that in I am stupid. Words are just not my strong suit. That is it. Do not put more words in my mouth. Besides, I am a titan. I am just not that good at it. So what? What I do is wall with the ability to say, you, come here, motherfucker. Where I am still the wall, because this entire time it is this person, stop. I'm gonna go kill your friend now, and now I'm gonna make you stop again, kill you again, kind of thing, or kill you and then kill your friend again if I have enough super, that general thing where you are in the moment because the moment is you. Basically, which is why I really, really like Titan gameplay and how it overall flows with everything, and why Titan is the Doom Dance, and why it works in PvP, PvE. Now, sorry, that is just going back into the overall concept, going back into Ghostwire Tokyo. The reason why he actually does what he does is for love, is for his affection of his family. And at the same time, he didn't listen to them and killed his own fucking daughter. I would tear his fucking mask off and feed him it. If you understand what I mean, I'm a man, and what he does, he says because of basically man, the desires of man, love, affection. I mean human, just to clarify. Human. He's a human. Human with God level ability. But he's too blinded by sadness and depression and greed to see he's hurting everything around him. Which is very, very interesting. Not gonna lie. With and that is why I really want to play with somebody. It's basically like Attack on Titan. I really want to watch that anime, but it's such a depressing anime. Just from what I heard from a friend of mine, it's just fucking depressing. Now I'm gonna go to Ghostwire, do one run, hopefully have it all in. And if it's not, I'm gonna get to the nearest save point and cut it off, or nearest to the hour mark. I'm going a little bit longer than I want to. Um, I hope y'all enjoy the video thus far, or enjoy the video, and have a good rest of y'all's day. I'm not going to talk again because I need to not talk when playing that game.
All right, get in gear. Pretty decent.
I think we can head down now. All right!
Long road ahead.
But we have to keep going.
Smooth work there.
I think we're done. Guess we can relax a little. You handle the fighting for once?
Hey, fighting right at your side. In spirit. Defend yourself. You can't avoid the hit.
Gotta stay on my toes.
better, Akito.
Guess we can relax a little. Gotta keep our guard up.
Careful not to fall next time. It's on! You die. We both do.
I wasn't planning on speaking, but I don't know when or how. I just noticed then that all my buttons were fucked. I mean, all of them were fucked. I changed all of them because I have the DualSense Wireless Edge, and I just fucked over my own groove. At least the game's pretty, you know?